Hey guys, Sustained 16th Music here, and today I'm going to show you how to absolutely destroy writer's block. I've actually done a video on this before, but the method I did then was only one, and it was just creating a random melody and then editing it to your liking. And that wasn't very good, and it was also really hard to do because you had to get a spreadsheet, get a random number generator, and then convert all those numbers into MIDI data manually. So now there's a lot easier way to do that, and there are a bunch of other things that I've come up with to help writer's block. And so if you've already seen that video, then keep watching because you'll learn something new. And if you haven't seen that video, then don't go back and watch it, because what I say in this video is going to replace what I say in that video. So that's really good. So the first method I'm going to tell you is use an alternate method of inputting notes. So I usually record stuff in. So I'm like, and then I go from there. So there's that. But if I was not being able to write that way, I could come in here and put down a MIDI clip, and then I can draw my stuff in like this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. I just, on accident, drew in a D minor chord. I just by accident drew in a D minor chord, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, so you can experiment with that, even though drawing MIDI in might seem very counterintuitive and unintuitive. It actually might help you in the long run just by seeing stuff from a different perspective. The second thing I'm going to tell you about is just try and get something down. Don't try to, like, come up with the best idea possible right off the bat. Just get something that is decent, and then you can edit it and keep on adding layers, and then you will have context to go back and change it to where you like it. So even if you just come up with a simple chord progression, or even copy a chord progression, like just do the simple pop chord progression, or if you come up with your own, like just so that just has 3 chords, and you could turn that into a whole song. So there we have our simple chord progression. So there are the main 2 ideas. And then the third idea is a bit more experimental, and that is bringing in this plugin, and it is called Transition. So basically, Transition, this is the window you have, and you make presets and stuff like that. And basically the idea of it is you have bots here, and they go the direction at the start. They go the direction you tell them to go in. And then you have these obstacles, and they do different things. So this one, if you hover over it or click it, you can see right up here, it says what it does. So this one rotates it 180 degrees. This one rotates it in a random direction. This one wedges south. this one wedges east. So they basically manipulate your bots. So what you can do with this, and when bots hit a wall, they'll bounce off of it. So you can create really like random things with this, and you can set all your note probabilities, your velocities, and stuff like that. And you can even do presets if you don't want to worry about all of that. So if we do chord, we might be able to get a chord progression with this. Here, I'm going to mute track 1 because it has my preset chord progression. So I'm just going to now play this. So that's kind of a thing, but and then you can get a bunch of different things, bass octave, stuff like that. Most of the presets I don't really find that good, so I'm just going to initialize. So now we have it back to the start. So I'm just going to, and what you can do is make things have chance, so it's not completely random, but it's still kind of random. So I'm gonna kind of use this as an ARP. Alright, so now I have it all set up. The west wall and the south wall are muted, and these are all set up to something that would sound good in an ARP. So now I'm just going to put random bots in a bunch of different places, and then I'll put a bunch of different things. So I think I'm going to have most of these be random things, but some be probability. So here we go, and if we listen to this, and let's add some more bots. And if we set this to 16, and if we turn the note probability down, so there we have kind of an interesting ARP that was brought about with this thing. And if we replace this piano with a Home 64, and I'm just going to quickly create a really simple So now you can hear that we have kind of a little thing to go off of, and this also takes MIDI input, so it basically quantizes this based on the scale, so it doesn't go out of scale to keep the intervals the same. It stays in the scale and just keeps kind of the things the same. So it transposes in the scale, not out of the scale. Remember that the methods are to not try and come up with the best idea in the world, just come up with an idea so that you can then edit it and get it good, like this chord progression. Wait, this chord progression is probably not new and it's not very good, but once you keep adding layers and then you can change the chord progression over time, it'll kind of do better. The next thing is change your way of inputting notes. The next thing is use random notes. Another thing is, like, kind of have a theme in mind when you're writing. Like, if you, like, are like, this is about some thing, and then you can picture it in your mind, and kind of the melody comes to you. And there's also another thing that I didn't mention at the start, and that is just listen where the music is taking you. Because if you have a melody and it's going, you know that the next note has to be, well, it doesn't have to be, but it's a strongly good thing if that's the note. So I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to play the finished song at the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Keep on making music. Peace.